Silence on Calvary. In the hour when heaven and earth shook, the sun was darkened. Matthew 27:45. And the temple veil was torn in two. Matthew 27:51. Many saw only one man crucified, but in the invisible realm, heaven and hell were in motion. It was not just men standing at the foot of the cross. It was not just mockers, Romans, or priests. Legions of angels were watching. The powers of darkness were trembling. And between the two sides was the greatest spiritual battle in history. Among the multitude of angels, there are two, whom the Bible describes as mighty princes of God. Michael Archangel, warrior of God, Revelation 12:7-9. Uriel, angel of light, of wisdom, of eternal fire, Judeo-Christian tradition. When the Son of God was hung on the cross, these two angels entered into an invisible battle, doing what human eyes could not see but the spirit world could not forget. Part I in heaven, the movement of the heavenly armies. When Christ was hanging on the cross, the Bible says, there was darkness over the whole land from the 6th hour until the 9th hour. Matthew 27:45. That darkness was not just a natural phenomenon. It was a sign of battle. Eder ye. Michael receives the command. In God's shining palace, Michael knelt before the holy throne. A voice from the throne sounded like the sound of many waters. Michael, guard my son until the hour of his death. No power of hell will be allowed to touch him. Michael bowed his head. His voice was as strong as thunder. Your servant, Lord of hosts, is obeying. Was Nafte to 19:4. Eder, Uriel is sent. A light burst forth like a flame. Uriel appeared in the midst of that light. Uriel, my light, you will stand in the deepest darkness, the place where Satan's power is concentrated. Uriel replied, the light of God cannot be extinguished. Send me, Mayor. Part 2 Underground. Lucifer gathers the powers of darkness. In the darkness, as Jesus' body was pierced by nails, Lucifer saw his last chance to win. He called together the princes of darkness, as the Bible describes, the powers, the authorities, the world rulers of this darkness. Ephesians 6:12. Lucifer roared, this is our hour. The Son of Man is weak. Tear his soul. Keep him in hell. The demons cheered, but their voices trembled, for they sensed the presence of the two angels approaching. Part 3. The invisible on the hill of the cross. The first confrontation. As Jesus hung on the cross, Michael stood on the right side of the cross. The light from his armor pierced the darkness, causing the demons to cower. A demon cried out, Michael, do not interfere. Michael only replied with one sentence that silenced them. This one is not yours. At the same time, Uriel appeared on the left side of the cross. He shone like fire, his eyes like torches that searched through everything. Lucifer stepped out of the darkness, his eyes full of hatred. Uriel, your light will no longer work when the Son of Man is about to die. Uriel replied, you are mistaken, Lucifer. God's light shines brightest in the darkness. This well. Part 4 The 9th hour. When Jesus gives up his soul, the Bible says, Jesus cried out in a loud voice, it is finished, and he breathed his last. John 19:30. At that moment, in the spirit world, this cry resounded like a thunderclap that struck the very depths of Hades. Sidern ye. Lucifer tried to stop. He shouted, do not let your soul go down. If you go down, the gates of hell will be broken. He sent out a stream of darkness to bind the Lord's soul. Sidern. Michael stopped. Michael drew his sword, which shone like lightning, Daniel 10:13, and said, the soul of the Holy One shall not be touched. A slash. The stream of darkness broke. Part 5. When Jesus declined into hell, the Bible teaches that he descended into the lower parts of the earth, Ephesians 4-9, and preached to the spirits in prison, 1 Peter 3:19. Uderni, Uriel prepares the way, Uriel goes before him, and the fire from his angelic wings burns away all darkness. The righteous souls rejoice. The Messiah has come. Udenar. Lucifer is terrified. He stands before the suffering Jesus, trembling and indignant. You cannot stay here. Death is mine. Jesus, still bearing the marks of the nails, says, I am the resurrection and the life. John 11:25. Part 6. The final battle in hell. Michael and Uriel stand beside Jesus as the powers of hell come. As Revelation 12 describes, Michael waged war with the dragon with his angels. This time, the battlefield is Hades. Michael cuts the chains that hold souls captive. Uriel uses light to shatter the gates of hell. Lucifer screams, Stop! If you break down this door, every soul will escape. Jesus advances, his voice thundering. Where is your sting, O death? 1 Corinthians 15:55. Part 7. Jesus takes the keys of hell. Revelation 1:18 says, I hold the keys of death and of Hades. The moment he took the keys, all hell shook. Lucifer fell down, crying, No, this is my kingdom. Michael put his foot on his head, just as promised in Genesis 3:15. Uriel stretched out his hand, and the fire of God shone in Hades, and all the demons fell on their faces. Part 8. The Resurrection. 3 days later, when morning came on the third day, Jesus came out of the tomb. Michael rolled away the stone, Matthew 28:2. Uriel shook the earth with a brilliant light. The Roman soldiers fell down in fear. The angel said, He is not here, he has risen. Matthew 28:6. Part 9. The two angels continue their mission. Michael and Uriel did not fight only that day. They continued to fight for the church, for those who believe in him. The Bible says that Michael is the great prince who defends God's people. Daniel 12:1. Uriel, through tradition, is the light that turns hearts back to God's wisdom. They are proof that the cross is not just the place where Jesus died. It is the place where darkness was defeated forever. And every time you look at the cross, remember, the victor is standing there. The mighty angels are there, and the victory is yours.